All right, so I'm going to show you how to assemble the 32mm tall figure holder. And this is sold by itself or as a part of the Journeys in Middle-earth kit, do-it-yourself kit. The things I'm going to use in this particular assembly are Elmer's Craft Bond tacky glue, just some regular rubber bands, and some plain old office binder clips. I'm going to set the binder clips and the rubber bands aside. Here we have the door for the holder, and here we've got the pieces still not yet popped out of their sheet. I have not pre-sanded this. I suggest that you do pre-sand things, so that this looks a little bit smoother. You can get rid of some of that. Just a plain old sanding sponge or sandpaper on a block of wood usually does a pretty good job with this. You can use a palm sander if you like. Just know that if you do that here with it still in the sheet, then these pieces will vibrate right out. So just keep that in mind. You can pop them out and then sand them if you want, but some of them can be a little fragile until they are actually assembled. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these out. These pieces here can be a little fragile until they are glued together with their other parts. So just be careful and deliberate when punching these out. There we go. This can go away. Let's look at our various parts. This is the bottommost part of the piece. You'll notice that since I didn't sand this very thoroughly, I've still got some laser burn marks on the back side of the piece here. I'm going to actually have that facing up, since the figures will slide in here, will more or less cover that up. As I said, you might want to sand it down so you don't have to worry about that, but since I didn't, this is how it'll work. These are the two long sides of the piece. Once again, I'm going to see the part that may not look quite as nice and make sure that that is going to face inward. And you'll notice one side here has no notch, one side does have a notch. Same with the bottom here, one side has a notch, one side doesn't. You want to make sure that the notch sides are all lined up. Then we're going to put these pieces in. By the way, these two are identical. So either one can go in either place. One will be the top, and one will be the one step from the bottom that will hold the bases of the figures in. So for my assembly videos, I use Elmer's Craft Bond tacky glue. The reason for that is that this is easily available in just about any crafting shop, and it's got a reasonably fine dispenser tip. You can use other glues as well. I often use Titebond translucent wood glue when I am assembling one of these that's been bought pre-assembled. But it does not have a very good dispenser. It has a rather blunt dispenser tip, so therefore I put it into a dispenser of my own. I don't want to have anything particularly specialized like that in an instructional video. So I'm showing you that you can do this with something that you can buy in any craft store. I made sure that the notch is on the same side as the notches for everything else. So this is the way it's supposed to go. This comes up here like this. This comes up here like this. And then fit these tenons into these mortises here. And there we are. All right. Now, this back piece that I've already put glue on is going to hinge upward like this and fit into the tabs there. So, should be put together like that. And this piece, once again, make sure that the open end is facing this open end here. We're again going to add a little bit of glue. I'm going to take this piece, line up the fingers correctly. Now, if you want, you can take the door or the gate here and go ahead and slide that down in between these little notches to give you a little more resistance when you are tightening this up here so the glue can dry. So I'm going to put a few of these things along here just to apply a little bit of pressure so we get a nice firm glue bond. Make sure everything's nice and tight. You might want to go ahead and add another one or two this way. But I'm probably, this is probably overkill here. Either in addition or instead of some of those, you might take a rubber band or two and run these around here just to make sure that this is going to take the door easily. I'm going to do one around the back end too. These are not a good idea to do around the middle of the thing. So where I've got the clips, because it can bend or even break this here. Right towards the ends where it's got some reinforcement, you can do that. So that's pretty much it. It's now assembled. You just let it dry for about 30 minutes and take the clips and rubber bands and whatever you've got off and insert your figures. Oh, one last thing. This door, I've currently got a protective film on it that comes with the acrylic. It is intended that you peel the protective film off so you have a nice clear little window in there so that you can see your figures.